Testicles. 1, 2, 3. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? System K versus KEV coming to you. Impromptu. Um, as we already know, we're not gonna do this too long because we got the ATL Sports Endgame coming up at 9:15 with Mr. Tactician 78. Um, as you see, the title of this is going to be the release of Younghoe, as well as we talking about some other NFL topics, which involving the the tour time in Miami and how it looks like it might be spiraling down to being out of it. A137, what's going on, man? Keyshawn Vlad, what's happening? If y'all wanna definitely shout out to Keyshawn. Definitely article that he wrote on a preview for the Falcons Panthers game for this Sunday. You can catch it on Twitter. Yeah, I know y'all call it X, but I still call it Twitter. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reference the article in the community tab when we're done, and right before we get to the ATL Sports Endgame. Uh, Said I'm over here debating with Knicks fans why Trey Young and Cade Cunningham are better than Jalen Brunson. Oh Lord. Oh yeah, that sounds like fun. Auntie Pam, what's going on? Look like we got a big game coming up tomorrow at Georgia Tech and Temple. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going up. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. As y'all already seen the NFL news, and I know everybody's kind of been talking about it. Um, the Atlanta Falcons released kicker Younghoe. Now, let me say this again. The Falcons have released Younghoe after a disastrous season opening ending. Um, This didn't come as a surprise because one of the main things that happened today was your boy Parker Romo ended up with a 2 year deal going on a 53-man roster. So that pretty much just etched the door for Younghoe. And when I saw that uh, John Parker Romo got that 2 year deal, I pretty much knew it was over then and there. Silk Legacy, John St. Clair, what's going on? Um, this is pretty much one of those things where constantly been saying the whole week for the last couple of weeks. Yo, Mike, sit your ass down somewhere. As many videos you done put out about the damn kicker today, shit, I might as well get in on this. But what I said about Koo was the reaction to the missed kick was the bigger story than him missing the kick, and what it looked like is what came true and what he kind of expected. I actually think they planned on releasing him right after that game. Hence is the reason why he darted off right before the press got into it, got into the scene. So like I said, man, shout out to Cool. We love you down here in Atlanta. Like I said, the thing about it is this is one of those situations where the culture has to be you got to produce now or you off the team or we have no use for you. And that essentially what comes down. This is why I say the kicker position is one of the most volatile positions to play in the NFL, just for the simple fact that the average football player looks at the kicker as a useless position. Um, but like I said, you either be a hero or you'll be a goat. Not the greatest of all time, but a literal goat. If you make it or miss it. And kickers, you got a small leash, and this is another. This is exactly what happened. So, so pretty much what it means is, like you said, Parker gonna be kicking Sunday against the Carolina Panthers. Hopefully the Atlanta offense puts up enough points where we won't have to rely on Parker Romo to go 5 for 5 again. Because that thing that you don't want to constantly see is the offense not scoring touchdowns. But he's probably gonna land somewhere. Like I said, we don't know. We gonna find out. Like I said, if he doesn't, like you said, that's the nature of the beast right there. Like you said, NFL stands for not for long, especially when you're struggling. Um, so I want to get everybody's thoughts about it, man. How you feel about the Falcons locking down John Parker Romo for about 2 years? Do you feel like this was, like I said, it was good to lock him down, or do you think that they may have jumped the gun? I want to get we got 20 people in here, so I want to get everybody's reaction to that, man. So how do you feel about that? Keyshawn says, it's a shame Cool's career ended in Atlanta the way it did. John said, I hope he, okay. Hopes for the best for Cool, but it was time to move on. Yeah, okay. So John said it was a good move. He liked it. See, we get a couple more answers in here, and then I'm gonna let y'all know if I like it or not. Keyshawn said it was the right move. Let's see. See if I get one more answer. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button to 6MK Live. Alright, so nobody damn answering. KU Cool. When he said KU Cuckoo, I was thinking of two things: Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and Doug with the nematode talking about Kulu Cuckoo, Kulu Cuckoo. But so my answer to that is: was this the right move? Yeah, I could believe it being the right move, just for the simple fact is you could kind of tell that Cool mentally was broken after that big miss against Tampa, and like I said, when I saw him fall to the ground the way that he did, I already knew, and I think he already knew that his time was up. Like you said, the mental sensitivity of a situation like that, like you said, you do have to move on. Now, like you said, Romo was 5 for 5 against Minnesota, which is what you want to see. Like you said, the main thing about it is with him kicking field goals, it has to be consistent throughout the year. Like I said, we're definitely going to find out. But hopefully, offensively, we're not going to be relying on him to attempt 3 to 5 field goals a damn game. Southside said, I knew it was over for Cool when I heard Parker and his girlfriend was moving to Atlanta. Japan said it was time to move on. That's how Cool got the kicking job. Romo came on and sealed the deal. And yeah, and Cool kind of understand this because this is how he ended up landing that job down here in Atlanta too. pretty much one of the same damn situation. But like I said, Jeffrey Osborne. But like I said, that's the nature of the business for the kicker. You miss too many field goals, your ass is gone. Um, Let me see, 10 minutes in. We got a second topic here. Um, After last night's Thursday night football game, I see that one of the main topics that's been going on in the sports world today is the is Tua done in Miami? And now with the Dolphins going 0-3, now the question is Tua Tagovailoa really the guy down in Miami? Because now Mike McDaniel is on the hot seat. You got Tyreek Hill frustrated, and it's not really been no major improvement for the Dolphins. Now my question to now the question is Tua has Tua taken too many concussions to the head, and it just seems like it just got worse for him. As we all kind of speculated coming out of Alabama, we already saw Tua was a project in himself. Now, like you said, you got good games, then you got a lot of bad games, and then you got motherfuckers stay hurt. It is not consistent for him. Um, I don't like I said, I feel sorry for him, but yet I don't feel sorry for him. He just got, like I said, he has the unfortunate power of the Samoan rage when he thinks that he could headbutt his way through everything, and all the concussions and stuff is starting to add up. He said, I thought Tua was playing well till that interception. You can't throw that. So, yeah, I feel like his time in Miami will be coming to an end shortly. And it's kind of interesting that this is a topic at hand for the simple fact that they just gave him a 4-year, what was it, like a 4-year, $230 million contract last year. So they're pretty much, like you said, they're pretty much going to be on the hook for him for at least another season before they decide to make a decision on if they're going to cut him or not. But like I said, I think they may be going and maybe scouting around for a possible replacement either in this draft or next year's draft, because I don't think the consistency is there for him. Like I said, everybody wants to put him in that upper echelon or at least in that second tier of quarterbacks. But like you said, bad plays at the wrong time and the consistent concussions and the injuries and stuff like that, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to get that kind of respect. And like I said, as much as I like Joe Burrow is kind of the same way. It's not enough consistency. Is he plays well, then the next year he gets hurt. He plays well, then the next year he gets hurt. So that's like another situation right there. Is, are you going to have the consistency with these guys? They say can't keep getting hurt every other year. Monte Carlo said that nose tackle killed the momentum. Yeah, all of us, motherfucking, he's a monster. He's a beast when he needs to be. Um, let's see. We got 15 minutes in here. Let's check the leaderboards of today's show. We got Keyshawn Vlad, Southside, and Silk Legacy. Definitely shout out to both of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like I said. All right, so I got about 10 more minutes. Got about 10 more minutes before we set up for the next show. Like you said, this will be the Q&A spot. Like I said, any type of questions, Falcons related, sports related, the Trae Young things, college football. Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all ask the question here. Southside here says the difference. I know Burrow when healthy is a killer at quarterback. I'm not sure about Tua at all. I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, availability is the best ability. So the question comes down with Burrow and with Cincinnati is, are these wide can these wide receivers replicate those numbers without Joe Burrow? And the only one season that we've seen Jamar Chase play without Burrow, the numbers didn't say the numbers was very telling that year. Said one of the Knicks fans told me to rethink my aspiring sports journalist analyst. Look, that means you're doing a good job, man. Um, like I said, you know how New York Knicks fans is. You criticize any one of they goddamn players, boy, they act like the world is. And they still chanting fuck Trae Young to this day. So if they tell you to rethink your aspirations, that means do your damn thing. John here said Tua isn't the elite quarterback some people think he is. As a matter of fact, hardly anyone is, and Mahomes is looking pretty average too. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, we gonna fight out. Like with Mahomes in Kansas City, I always look around Game 4. Game 4 is gonna tell me how the season is gonna go, and that's usually how they've been like that for the last few years. So it's always around Game 4. That's why when the Falcons played Kansas City last year, I said the Falcons played Kansas City at the perfect time because usually within the first 3 games, that's where Kansas City looks the most shaky. Yeah, Mahomes, as far as overall accomplishments and talent and stuff, Mahomes is still number one. Regardless of what a lot of people have been saying about it, he's still going to be number one. But as of right now, the throne right now is going to Jalen Hurts just for the simple fact that he is Super Bowl MVP and they did win the Super Bowl. Even though Jalen Hurts about as average as you could get. But he won the ultimate crown achievement, so that puts the target on his back. Well, I'm about to say, can anybody hear me? Cause Mike keep talking about he can't hear me. Can you hear me? Do. A 27, a 37. Okay. Oh, that's why. I had my thumb on the microphone. Ain't that a bitch? I might have to do this whole thing over, so it sounds like I've probably been faint the whole damn time, so that's a blunder on my part. So, man. So go ahead and get your questions in. Got a few more minutes. Go ahead and do the damn thing. Um, let's see. Hold on, let me make sure I ain't got my thumb over the microphone because I ain't got my headset in, y'all. Hold on. Trying to do this thing right. Mm, all right, got a couple more minutes. What the hell is this? All right. So, Keyshawn, what are your expectations on the Hawks this season? Let's see. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I just if the Hawks stay healthy for the majority of the year, I could see them as a fifth, as a sixth seed in 2025, 2026. Like you said, Jalen Johnson going down pretty much most of the year last year really kind of hurt the momentum of that team. Zachary Ricochet, he like I said, he came on fire at the end of the season. Is definitely giving me good hope for the backcourt. Like I said, Dyson Daniels, like I said, he continued his defensive prowess as the backcourt mate of Trae Young. Like I said, and he's pretty much kind of been the cleanup man for the perimeter defense. Everything is just going to be dependent on the front court. Is the front court is going to be more solidified enough to where you can implement that pick and pop that pick and pop game. Porzingis is a very important key to this because the one thing that the Hawks have been missing the last 3 to 4 years has been a big that can kind of spread the flow a little bit. Like I said, it would allow Trey to get that floater back into his arsenal because it's been kind of rough for him to do it when you got Cut Capella and you got a Komu kind of in the paint like that. Like I said, Jalen Johnson has improved his mid-range game, so I look for a little bit more of that. So, like I said, the Hawks can be a very good sleeper team. Um, like I said, the biggest key is going to be Porzingis. I agree. I agree with that. Um, let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here? Do, 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 do. Oh man. We got Carl Thompson here. We got strapped up coming in here. I guess he throwing a stripper party at the at Magic City for the departure of Cool. Oh, a little. I hope you got enough dollars to cover up them strip tease dances. Um, let's see. Let me see. Who in the NFL scares you? What do you mean scares you as far as somebody that who I say is a dangerous player? Um, I will let you go ahead and reiterate that question. Who scares me in the NFL? Is it somebody? He said, I noticed that Romo has a very high kick. Is that intentional? Um, yeah. I mean, Yeah, yeah, cause he, like I said, I forgot how tall he is. I don't know if he's like 6 foot or 6'1" or something. I'm not sure. I forgot. But he kind of fought. Like I said, he got a very high follow through, and like you said, it's the kicking angle when he starts his kick. That's pretty much the average for the average NFL kicker. I noticed when Koo was struggling, he like I said, once he started struggling, he kind of changed his mechanics just a slight bit, and that's where the trouble started right there. The team, let's see, the team that could be the most threatening to Atlanta's chances to make it to the playoffs. We talking about the NFC. The NFC. Who scares me in the NFC the most? Phillies tush push. Maybe. Uh, the team that I'd say the team that worries me as far as the Falcons' chances would because I'm trying to think if I stay in the division, of course it's going to be Tampa. But if you just talk about overall NFC, I probably looking at the Detroit Lions. That's definitely one of those good teams that that has the capabilities of taking it to the next level. But everything depends on Jared Goff and Jared Goff do Jared Goff things in the playoffs too. It's like, ooh, I don't know about, but the number one team that would scare me was probably Philadelphia, just for the simple fact that they are the Super Bowl champs and you got to go through them. So that's going to be by default, lame answer. Are we gonna beat Carolina? Hell yeah, we gonna beat Carolina. Um, yeah, we gonna beat Carolina. We have, like I said, we have no reason to lose to them. Like I said, we stick to the game plan. And what we have to do is we're going to our front seven is going to have to frustrate their offense. If our front seven can frustrate their offense for 4 quarters and for 60 minutes, we have an opportunity to blow their asses out the water. Now, the biggest thing about this matchup is we can't be playing down to the competition. We have to win convincingly. We have to win first of all, because the goal is to score one more point than your opponent. But I think for the team momentum, they have to convincingly win this game, and that's what I'm be looking for. Um, Somebody said something here. Somebody said, okay, Southside says Tua Romo's kicks versus the Vikings were so high I couldn't tell if he made them or not. You could tell he was kind of nervous. Cause remember, he was just playing. He was with the Vikings last year, and this was another one of those opportunities that he could possibly do something right. And a lot of those kicks was flustering close to the goalpost. But like I said, once he got to the third kick, then the nerves started calming down, and you saw the kicks were more accurate, and you could see the confidence and the swagger coming out of him. So, like I said, the first couple kicks, you could tell he was a little nervous because of that first kick. I really didn't think he made that first kick. I was shocked. They called that good, but we'll take it. Um, there you go. Is it we're gonna make Bryce shorter? If that motherfucker get any shorter, we go have to call him Wee Man from Jackass if he gets any shorter. No, we not doing that. Let's see. One positive is we in the loudest stadium in the NFL and our rookies did awesome. Yeah, we just need, like I said, we want to see the consistency to doing it from game to game. And like you said, doing it on, like I said, breaking out on the road in a hostile environment like that will do wonders for your confidence. So, like I said, that was good. So we get one more question in here, and we're gonna be getting up on out of here. So we get one more question in here. Whoever gonna answer it, ask it. We're gonna do it here. So we got about 35 to 40 seconds to do so. Cause like I said, see, got y'all to see. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all actually sitting here looking at kicking mechanics and stuff, and like I said, that's what I like to see. I like to see people looking at details and stuff like that. Don't let folks tell you that details and looking at footage makes you a weirdo. Don't let people tell you that. Cause usually the people that tell you that you're a weirdo or you lame for breaking down game footage and talking about mechanics is usually somebody that couldn't tell you what a play action pass was. So, um, what does Atlanta United need to do to get better? They just need to stick with a team. They need to stick with a core of a team. They constantly rotating the core every year. It's like every damn year it's some new player I don't know. They lucky I still remember Miguel Almiron. But every year is always a new damn player. They like I said, they need the chemistry. They need a core team and they need to play for together for more than one season. So so like I said, man, Atlanta United, they rising up the ranks, but like I said, the thing is they have to keep one team, one group of players for more than just one season. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. Like I said, man, appreciate y'all coming in. Technical difficulties early in the show. I didn't know what the hell happened. Well, I knew what the hell happened because I ain't used to doing this without a headset. So, like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tune in to the ATL Sports End Game at 9:15 with Mr. Tactician over there, Mr. Tactician 78 on YouTube, because I'm gonna be over there. How do I feel about Tech this weekend? Feel like we can get the dub. Pretty much been running on everybody. Like I said, I have confidence in them. Um, my thing, like I said, the only concern I would have is, are they gonna play down to the competition? Cause Tech is a 23-point favorite against Temple. So they just stick with their game plan, do what they do. Like I said, I have the confidence in the world. Like I said, we gotta have a good Haynes King game. We don't need a bad Haynes King game. Like I said, there's goods and then there's bads. Like I said, but I think they're gonna I think they're gonna lean more to Haynes King running the ball as damn usual. Uh, and you're gonna get about 15 runs from Jamal Haynes. That's pretty much the offense. Georgia Tech literally has went back to the rushing offense they had before Jeff Collins, but they modified it, and instead of it being a wing T triple option offense, it's a read option offense out of the gun. So they modernized it, and it gives them a lot more flexibility to do things. So, like I said, I have faith in them. I think we win against Temple convincingly. Like you said, my main concern is just playing down to the competition. That's about it. Like shit, I'll take a cupcake game, man. Shoot, throw a little sprinkles on there. Make sure they red velvet cupcakes too. Cause like I said, I'll take it. Cause what? Cause like I said, they once they go through Temple, then we gotta deal with Pittsburgh. Then we gotta go through Virginia Tech, Duke. We got a murder's row of games coming up right after this, so we gonna be all right. Gunner started his fourth in the Heisman right now. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, beans and bologna. Like I said, that's all. That's all I can say. Beans and bologna. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, y'all, man. Like I said, man, appreciate y'all coming in. Like I always say, man, we do these right here. When I say we, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about us. Y'all in the chat, y'all are watching. Like I said, this is a conversation for everybody. Let me say that again. When I say we, I'm not saying just me, but everybody watching. Because this is y'all show. This is our show. And I'm about to get up on out of here. So, hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Make sure y'all turn into the ATL Sports Endgame. I'm out.